Did you know your outfit color might be sabotaging your day? Or even worse, might be limiting your focus and efficiency? Now, there's countless apps that exist to help you plan a productive day. But the secret to boosting your productivity is actually hiding in your closet. Get ready to rethink your morning routine. It's no joke and no fluke, folks, that colors have played a role in how people live their days and lives. Ancient civilizations evolved to solidify the impact of color on one's personality. Even current scientific research has done deep studies on the impact of color on one's emotion. But forget the history and science lesson. How about you? Have you ever felt that jolt of energy when you're wearing something bright? Or perhaps the calmness or soothing vibe that came from wearing white or perhaps a shade of blue? Color psychology is coloring your brain here. The subject, the domain, is studied so vastly, so deeply that it has become part of festivals. Say, for instance, Navratri, a 9-day festival worshipping the divine femininity. Each day has its own significance and a color associated with it. In 2025, there's also a list of colors. Now let me look at the list. Day 1 is for white, signifying what? Purity, innocence, and peace. Day 2 is for red, for energy, passion, even vitality. Day 3 is for royal blue, again, richness, confidence, tranquility. Day 4 is for yellow, radiates joy, positivity, and of course, optimism. Day 5 is for green, nature, nurture, fertility, growth. Day 6 is for grey, balanced emotions, neutrality, groundedness. Day 7 is orange, again, radiating enthusiasm, warmth, positivity. Day 8 is peacock green. Perhaps I would say for peacock green is obviously uniqueness and the freshness. And of course, you can say compassion comes with it. Day 9 is pink. It signifies love, harmony, compassion, affection, and unity. All these colors have a significance to it, and really, if you think about it, these colors cover a wide range from the basic hues of red, green, and blue to the more colors beyond the basic ones to going to yellow, orange, and pink. Now, you want to think about it practically. Okay, how do you make these colors work practically for you? You have understood that Navaratri has colors and significance, but how to make it work practically? Let's talk about it. See, it's not so much about having or creating a new wardrobe, but it is about intentional effort to choosing colors. Unless you're stuck with blacks and whites, in that case, some shopping might be needed. But otherwise, you want to also think of a scenario. Let's say, for instance, there's a situation that demands strength, boldness, is challenging task. Maybe perhaps you want to give a serious presentation. You might want to consider a shades of power red. It's no fluke again that US presidents historically have adorned a blue suit with a red tie. Sign of power right there. If you want to explore something creative, something new, might want to consider shades of green or yellow. If you think about it, if you want to rather focus, okay, have some task that you want to get done that requires really your focus, you might want to think whites or shades of blue. What kind of tasks require focus? Perhaps you're working on strategy or some sort of data analytics definitely requires focus. You might want to consider certain colors like that. And perhaps you are in a situation where you want to just have fun, break all the boundaries, really go bold. You might want to consider some shades of purple or perhaps even orange, something that gets you out of the basic hues of red, green, and blue. Now, here's the thing. All these colors can be pairings of accessories or can be part of your main outfit. For instance, if you're not comfortable wearing an orange shirt, perhaps you want to consider a watch with an orange strap. If you don't have a red t-shirt, let's say, you might want to consider something red, which is, in your case, it could be a tie, a scarf, or in my case, a red ascot. If you, let's say, want to wear something purple, but the purple you have is too heavy, it's not suited for, let's say, the weather today, then you might consider some accessories, maybe some rings with accents of purple, maybe some gemstones that have purple in it, or perhaps a deep purple shoes. That also works. So there's different combinations of colors you can try. As you can see, this is not my normal go-to combination, but just to show you how these things are possible, I'm wearing a red ascot tie with a deep blue shirt and a watch that has olive green crystal. So of course, there's combinations to be made here, and my rings are more black and have some silver in them. So the point I'm trying to make is that combinations can always be made, but here's the thing: building a let's say sophisticated, well thought of, personalized wardrobe is not an overnight thing. It certainly requires time and effort to look and feel good. But now you have the blueprint. Don't dress anymore like a funeral director or someone who's at a funeral wearing all blacks or whites. Good luck.